Let's start talking about these like little toys and stuff that that you have, like your watches, all these cars. Cause you get a new car like every 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
I still remember you bought the R8, and like 3 months later, I don't even think it was 3 months.
No,
it was like a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months I bought the McLaren.
And he bought the McLaren. I was like, what the fuck is this dude doing?
Then in January I bought that other McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, like we're making really good money. We're working really, really hard. You can probably testify this now. You spend so much time with us. Like well, at least me. I'm always working. So I have a couple things that I like. One of it being watches. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. A little AP. And then cars. So I spent a lot of money on my Lambo. That was like my dream build. I bought it brand new with 10 miles on it. Just literally they took it off a trailer and drove it up to the dealership, and it had one test drive, which was me.
And I'm gonna plug a video in there so y'all can see it too. It's take a nice look at it.
So it's on bricks and forged wheels, lowered on TayOnTech springs, and it's got 76 millimeter twin turbos on the back. Runs on E85. The kit was like 70 grand, but it's worth it because you guys are gonna see his reaction. It's really fucking scary.
Actually, let me go ahead and hold up before you crank it up.
Turboed it and put wheels on it, and it's like my dream car. So I like to do stuff like that, and then I other than that, you're not going to see me in Gucci and all that stuff. So I like watches. I'm big on AP and Rolex, and I have Richard Mille in my sights, but I'm going to hit some more goals. I'd like to be verified on Instagram. I want to take the dealership to $100 million next year. So this time next year, I think I'll probably be buying a Richard Mille, maybe a little bit sooner. But yeah, I mean, there's no point in working our asses off. We all work really, really hard, everybody that I know, to live like you're poor. If you're starting to make good money, you should treat yourself because it's going to make you make even more money.
What do you have to say about those people that tend to say, instead of buying this, you could have did this, or why go out and party and stuff like this? So you can, like, what do you have to say about that? Like,
yeah,
do you believe in just, like, breaking, like, constantly without no break?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times that I'm like, damn, like I'll talk to Tay because he invests in the stocks. I'm like, oh, I should have spent 10 grand in the stocks. But my overall, like, obviously you can invest every dollar, but do you want to be depressed and rich, or living the best life you can and still rich? Because at the end of the day, if you take $20,000 and enjoy your life and buy a new car, or you're still gonna make that money. So every time I've spent money on a toy, I've made 4 to 5 to 10x that money. Because I'm like, damn, I just bought a Lambo. I just spent $300,000 on a Lambo. I need to go make more money. And like, we're young. We're all up under 30. I'm not interested in crawling into a Lamborghini when I'm 60. My back already hurts driving these cars now. So like, I'm gonna enjoy my life because I've lost friends at a very, very young age, and like, seen people die tragically. And there's no point in having $40 million in your bank account and you're still worrying about should I order that steak or not? Because I'm gonna eat my steak.
In your bank account?
No. My attorneys are told me not to disclose. But no, it doesn't matter, man. Like $100,000 or $100 million. Like I'm a firm belief. I don't know who did this study. I think Bill Gates. Somebody said after $60,000, which I don't believe in that number, but after $60,000, actually doesn't matter how much more money. It's not going to affect your quality of life.
Nah.
So I think for me, it's probably about $150,000, to where you can obviously you can enhance your quality of life, but you're not going to live in poverty. You're going to have a nice home. You're going to be able to afford food, insurance, clothes, medical bills, all that shit. Like you can live comfortable.
That's a safe number.
Yeah, but after that, it's all what your definition of the lifestyle. Because like I want to have nice shit, yachts and stuff, jets. We fly private now, which is a big thing for me.
So funny story. So we went to LA. So this is like, okay, so he told me about LA Friday, but I was kind of bullshitting. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was about to buy my ticket. So yeah, I canceled. So he called me Monday, and he was just like, bro, you need to come to like LA. Like I want you to meet this guy. Like,
Yeah.
it was a great business opportunity, and like a great networking and stuff like that. I started thinking, I was like, I mean, all right, bet, let me go. So he called me around like 1 o'clock, and I had to buy a flight. It was like $500 for. I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but it was for like economy,
Mm.
and like I hate flying economy because it's like the seats are just so small. But anyways, like I bought the ticket for like 4 o'clock. So he called me at 1. I bought the ticket at 4. I was coming back Thursday morning or Wednesday. So yesterday we was just chilling and stuff like that. I was like, let's go back to Arizona or whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to Arizona. And so if I even say something, this man had already done booked the flight.
Yeah.
We had food probably whatever. Like he had already booked the flight, and I'm just like, bro, how the fuck you just go make me come out there? But I ended up coming though. It's always a great time out here. So and that's also like a great thing that I love about like kind of how we do like being able to make money and things like that because like I'm not really restricted to being like, oh, I can't afford to do this or I can't do that. Cause like there's been times like not everybody can sit there and be like, oh, like I'm gonna change this play or I can spend an extra $400 or $500 at the last minute like that.
Yeah.
But being able to do that, like it's really amazing. Like it's an amazing feeling. Cause I know even now, I buy one ways cause like I literally don't know if I'm gonna be
When you
staying
wanna
there.
come home,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I buy one ways now and just like, all right, cool, buy that. Cause I used to always extend. Like when I had came out here the last time, I think I extended my stay like my flight
2-3
like 2
days.
more days,
Yeah.
2-3 days. And I was like, after that, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like buy one ways and call it a day. But that's just kind of like the thing that I just like, I really enjoy about like making decent money and stuff like that. You have the freedom to pretty much do whatever you want to do. And I think the biggest thing that when people kind of see us, like when they see us on Instagram or Twitter, and we be talking about like all this different money or talking about these investments that win and stuff like that, and people like so there are two type of people. Like the first type, like oh, like they get motivated. Oh, I really want to know what you're doing. Out of this, they're really intrigued by it. Then you have the two people that are like, oh, y'all gloating and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, like if y'all know our background, like me and him both, like we don't come from like a family with money or anything like that.
Every
like,
time I fly private, my dad sends me a text telling me I'm an asshole. So he's, my dad was making 60 grand a year. That was it. He was capped out. I remember my dad told me I was like 7 years old. He was like, yeah, if I work really hard for the next 10 years, I might make $1 million total over 10 years.
Shit.
The first year I made $1 million, I showed him my bank account. He cried. But yeah, I mean, I don't make all this money. Like, I don't fly private to gloat. Like, yeah, we'll post pictures in the plane. When you spend $20,000-$30,000 to fly to LA, you're gonna post pictures. But it's nice. Like, you flew today. Like, we were running late because I had a call.
Dude,
We pulled up. They valeted our Rolls Royce, and they carried our bags right to the plane. We didn't have to do security.
that shit's crazy.
We just showed our ID and walked on. So like that ability to be where you need to be on the time you need to be and not have to sit in TSA for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, man.
That's worth it for me.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like I really today like was really like an experience. Like really why I see why people fly private, bro. Like it like we was literally like when we got there like there was like everybody was already aboard the plane. Like everybody was already on the plane. And normally like if you fly a commercial and thing like that, you have to board, I think,
30 minutes
before. Yeah.
We showed up 10 minutes late. They were holding
Exactly.
the jet for us. Because we'll fly, like, depending on the route, we'll either charter our own plane or we'll just hop on a seat, pay a couple grand to get on the seat. But, like, we flew today with the owner of the Cardinals. I sat beside a major hedge fund syndicator in Arizona, and then whoever the dealership guy.
The dude,
So,
he's like a regional, like, dealership owner or some shit.
Yeah, so like a dude that owns like a bunch of dealerships. So you sit down with people for whatever amount of money you paid to fly on that plane.
Exactly.
The dude on the Cardinals wants to come have lunch with us Friday, So
Yeah,
like,
I got his contact information too. Yeah,
They all went to do business with young guys. The first thing they asked me, what music producer am I? I don't know if they asked probably like rapper NFL.
No, I kid you not. When I was sitting down, like I was just on my phone or whatever, I was sending out an email.
Yeah.
And the dude, he had looked down at my watch. He was like, he asked me like, "Hey, are you guys like rappers and stuff like that? So you guys got the Louis Vuitton bags and the APs
cameraman,
on,
yeah.
and we had the cameraman and stuff like that." Like, I do music or something like that, or like YouTubers. I was like, nah, like like I'm a security engineer, but I got a few other businesses that I do and stuff like that. And like immediately, like as soon as he saw my, like, cause the thing about it was, and this is actually kind of funny, cause he had asked to move.
Yeah.
Cause it was like another like seat or whatever. He was like, can I move? He was about to move, and then he had looked down at my watch, and he was like, oh, and
As soon as
it sparked up a conversation, and it ended up being like a really cool dude. Like we exchanged contact information, And he was like, hey, because we were talking about the AMG GT63. I know you hate that car.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, it's kind of a shit car. He said the same thing. He was like, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
But he was like, it is for what it is, whatever. Anyways.
But yeah, so I mean, you spend $40,000-$50,000 on a watch, but it connects you with a guy that can make you $2 million a year.
Exactly.
I mean, shit, I think we connected over making money. Like, we
We
connected
did. That's exactly what
over,
happened.
like, me buying a car, him buying a car, something like that. Now we make hundreds of thousands of dollars together.
Yeah,
And
I was
whatever.
gonna say, I hope you don't say exact number.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, we make a ton of money together every year. Probably gonna be 7 figures next year. So, like,
Nah, for sure.
whatever car I bought to spark his interest to talk to me or vice versa, it's worth it for me. I'll buy 10 Lamborghinis if it means I can make $1 million every Lamborghini because
Man,
that's a
what?
damn 60% ROI. Fuck it. And I
That's-
like the car.
Exactly, and that's the thing too, though, because my thing was like, I'm not gonna just say I'm a big car guy. Like, I guess you know how like what a hype beast is, the shoes. That's how I am with cars.
Yeah.
I'm a hype beast or whatever. But his thing is like, as soon as I got my McLaren, man, the amount of like business connections and man, like I easily made that money over. Like I easily made way more money, like pay the car off in cash, just
Yeah.
through connections with that car.
For sure. First month I had a Lamborghini, I know I made the money to pay the car in cash.
Like like that, and that's what people don't realize. Like they always feel like investment, you can only invest in stocks, real estate, and stuff like that. But you have alternative like investment, like watches. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like when I had first bought my first Rolex, like I used to just go straight up this upscale bars and make sure, hey, you gonna see this watch,
Yup.
and he'll be like, oh, nice watch. Spark up a conversation. Like it never fails.
Yup.
Like I've made so much money. I actually met a guy that built skyscrapers off that.
Off the watch,
Yeah,
yeah.
off my watch.
Shit, even spending extra money to go to a steakhouse, like obviously you can make a ton of money and use it. You know, if you're gonna buy a Lamborghini, you need to go out and be seen in it, right? If you're
Oh, yeah,
gonna
for
use
sure.
it as a tool, if you're gonna wear a watch, you can't keep it in the damn watch case all the time. But like even going out, like we'll go to the steakhouse, we go to Masters all the time, and we'll take clients there. We'll just
I
go.
want to go there today.
We take the employee. I can get the GM will give us a seat in the back room. So, but we'll only go to the back room, right? So that's the thing. I won't go to Masters unless I can sit in the back room, call it what you want. But there's 4 back rooms, and if we're in the one, the other 3 are NFL players, producers, business owners. They're all making a couple $1 million a year, and they see young guys, and they're like, "Well, what the hell do they do?" Because I know he's not an NFL player. He's
Sounds
fucking
small.
5'10". No, I'm 6 foot. He's not an NFL player. I know he's not a rapper or a producer because I don't know who he is. So they'll come spark a conversation. And like, to be honest with you, rappers, producers, NFL players seek me and my partners for advice because we made all this money through investments and business moves, and they're all scared that once they lose their contract, they're gonna have no money. So like, bro, we have NFL players coming and dropping us off checks to help them with it, you know.
Like,
all
if
the
y'all
time.
knew who they hung out with, bro, you would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy. Like, and I witnessed this myself, too. And I was just like, how the fuck do y'all know these people? Like,
And, like they're coming to us for
yeah,
advice.
it's crazy. And I'm just like, what the? Like, if I didn't know him and he told me, like, some of the people, like, they either do business with or even just hang out with, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up, lying. Like,
Yeah.
I would literally say you lying. But yeah, no, that's crazy. Like, that's really crazy.
This has become a networking fucking YouTube, like why we should all network. That's
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, I mean, like you got to do that, and then all the nice stuff comes, and you just got to keep spending your money.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, and another thing as well too, y'all. I just want to kind of throw it out there. This is not going to be one long video.
Yeah.
I'm actually just going to be breaking them out, like just one video
Segments.
here. Yeah, it's going to be segments. So it's probably going to be like maybe
2-3 videos.
5, probably like 5.
videos.
Yeah, it's like 5 because we got like a lot of topics. And I don't really. Well, I thought I was going to start coming out here a little bit more. I might come out here for like a couple weeks or some shit.
You know, I got that
Like a
house
week.
that's empty in December, so.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, next topic.